What's up? What's up? You know, it's Monday, marriage talk Monday. Let's get it. We're talking about anniversary. Let's talk about some anniversaries, our anniversary, the anniversary. Let's go. We got my new host. My name is Mr. Barker. Let's get it. Let's go tap in. What's the Are we live?
Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hey, babe.
Hey, sunshine. Hey, happy Monday, y'all.
Happy Monday. How y'all doing today?
Like in the
I'm
mix.
in the mix.
In the
I'm
mix.
good right now.
In the mix. We don't own the rights to this music. We don't own the rights to this music. We don't own the rights to this music.
Yeah, we don't own the rights, guys. Hey, Cuzzo.
What up? What
What
up?
up? What up? What up?
Go check out our book, Cuzzo.
Check out our book, guys. It'll be released.
We're super excited. We did a whole talk about it yesterday. Go check it out. Go check it out.
The link is in the comments. The link is in the comments, y'all.
Oh, he think he cool with it now. He think cool with it now. I see Mr. Barker
Yeah.
getting hip to it. Getting hip to it.
So,
And for whatever reason, if the link does not work, let us know. Or yesterday's video, we posted the whole like website.
yes.
So tap in, tap in. We already had some buyers and someone's already like have done and she's like loving it, referring it to her friends. So definitely
Yes.
check it out.
Yes, this is a hit right here. I just feel it in my spirit. But thank you
she
guys.
said, where's the sequel? Where's the sequel?
She's ready. And guess what? Speaking of that, I was already thinking about the next book that we're already working on that project right now. Yes. And should I give them the title to the next project?
No.
No, not yet. Okay, we'll save the title to the next
Right.
project.
I need to know the title first.
I come up with them hit titles, right? You know. Can I say it though?
I don't even know what it is.
I know we haven't talked about it. Sorry, guys, we haven't talked about it. But I got the title. I'm gonna throw it out there. Can I throw it out there, man?
You don't. It don't matter what I'm saying right now. You're gonna do it.
I want to though. I can hold it.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So today.
You want me to be like, say it.
No, we'll talk about it later. So today what we're doing is basically he's talking about marriage talk anniversary, right? So yesterday was our 7th-year anniversary of being married, right? But we've been together 14 years, okay? All right. So just to get that out the way. And so
say that for the people in the back, please.
just to get that out the way.
Say that for the people in the back. 7 years married, 14, 13, whatever, together. Let's
right?
get that to simmer, guys.
Y'all
Simmer.
probably like, what took you 7 years to marry this beautiful woman of mine? Huh? Did we talk about that? We'll save that talk for another day.
The intro of
Yeah.
the Barker.
Yes. So,
I will say from that 7 years, at year 5, he did propose. So it wasn't 7, it was 6 years because it's 13 going on 14.
yes.
So at the 5th year, he proposed because yes, ladies, we do gotta let our men know. Either we doing this or not. We're not gonna keep playing house.
Right.
No fake wives, no living in baby mama girlfriend and all the nonsense. And I'm not trying to knock anybody. However, I will say, which I've said it plenty of times, ladies, yes, marriage. It's not just living together, my baby daddy, my boyfriend, my fiance for 10 years, 13, 7, 3. No, go ahead and go there. And if not, think about why not?
Yeah.
Why haven't you, and I don't want to I don't even want to hear, oh, I'm okay with not being married. No, you're not. Stop it.
All right.
Because you deserve more. But anyways, moving on. That's a whole nother previous topic.
A good thing that I mentioned,
right?
One of the key things
Right, babe?
yes, it is.
You're like in a hole. Let's go. Okay.
Yes. another key thing that I mentioned about your anniversary, right? That is a special time to remember the day you got married, right? So, what is something that we can do besides, doing gifts or besides going out to eat?
We don't really do gifts.
Yeah, or just something that you could do to celebrate that anniversary and make it more
What did
intimate
we
and
do?
personal.
How we celebrated? We were home.
We were home, just
We stayed home.
we stayed home celebrating the
It was an
completion,
ugly day though.
yeah,
It thundered and rained since like the night before.
and we celebrated the completion of our book. Did you post that in your comments?
Not yet. And technically, late night after midnight, we stayed up finishing some projects and then doing the extra
Yeah,
projects. So that was like, okay, I'm good. I'm chilling. We straight.
yeah. So,
What
um,
else?
so one good way to actually really celebrate your anniversary. And guys, thank you. Take these ideas and use them for your marriage. That's what we want you to do. Is what about rewriting vows?
Mm.
So that's a plan I came up with for us recently is writing new vows every anniversary.
I still gotta finish mine.
And I think about writing new vows every anniversary because think about your vows on your wedding day.
Hey girl.
What was your vows? Was your vows your confession of love under God covenant, right? So when you write your vows, you think about how much you love that person, you know, how long are you there for them, and just think about like thank you again. Yes.
My cousin said, I love this. Congrats. My husband and I celebrate 18 years married on Sunday. Let's go.
Oh, yes, yes.
18. Don't
So-
forget, we
so
get
they-
y'all on a call
So look, their anniversary is on the same day as ours, then, right?
on Sunday. So next Sunday,
Oh, on this Sunday. Okay, on this Sunday.
not yesterday.
Okay,
Confirm.
not-
Please confirm. Please
Okay.
confirm.
All right.
Is it yesterday Sunday or Sunday coming up?
So
What's the day? Just give me your wedding day.
So the thing is, like I said, what you want to do is on your anniversary, you want to actually, you want to write your vows to your spouse, right?
June 18th. Okay, close. That's actually our other cousin Chris' birthday. That's pretty cool.
So you want to write those vows on your anniversary day or the day before, and you want to make sure you're able to say these vows to your spouse before the clock strikes midnight, like Cinderella, right?
So guys, I did not get to finish. I was, but he started moving and getting up and crying, so I had to end up grabbing him. But Brandon got to finish, of course, and he was like, "It's 3 more minutes before midnight. I have to finish and read it over. Let's do this." And I was like, "Are you gonna make me cry?" And he did.
Yeah, she's not a crier, so, but I just,
It was beautiful. I was like, "You want to have another baby?"
but
No.
nah, what you want to do is you just want to confess your love, right? And, the fact that, it was, right before bedtime, we read the Bible together that, last night.
Which was really good.
which
I
was really
stayed
good.
up.
Yeah, she stayed up this time. She didn't go to sleep like it was a bedtime story. But yes. Yes, but I did confess my love for her. And I think that's something that you should do every year, right? I think that's something special about that. And I think that's letting the person that you're with let them know really how much you care for them and how you in it for the long haul. Like this is just not something that's just going on. And I also want to say if you're not in that space,
That's good. I didn't even think about that.
yes.
Like, what if you're just rolling with the punches and whatever anniversary?
Yes. If you're not in that space, I still think it's a time to say your true confessions on how you feel, right?
Even if it's bad?
Even if it's bad right now. And what I mean, the way you say that, you could say right now, you could, because I'm pretty sure, regardless, you're married to a person, and I don't want to
Say
say
you once love.
you once love, and you're at that point where it's not, on the right page and stuff. And if you're willing to make it work, it's even good because now you can confess, like, hey, I'm willing to make this work because I know we could have a successful marriage, you know, and you could put that in your vows, but on the flip side, if you're not in that point of making it work, what you want to do is you want to confess the vows of what are your values going forward, as far as being either, what do you call it, the parents?
Co-parenting.
Co-parenting.
So listen, I have a question about that though.
Yes.
So if you're not in a good space for anniversary date, because I actually have a friend ask me about this, like, we're not doing too good, things have been kind of rocky, our anniversary is coming up. Should we celebrate? Should we do something? Should I get the spouse something? Should we get some? Should it be intimate, or should it be still like how we been?
Well, I say like this. I think I think if you're not in a good space, it's something that need to be addressed before that date comes.
Which is what I said.
That's
good.
I think you need to address it before that date approaches. So then, you don't have expectations.
Or the expectation.
Or the expectations, right? So you want to address that before that date comes, you know what I mean? And so then we got expectations on how we're going to do this anniversary. You know what I mean?
And never know, maybe things can hash out a little bit better.
And it could get better, And that's the thing. You want to pray, that your marriage get better if you're in that space, And somebody could be, holding on, and the other person could be drifting away. Right. And so if you're holding on, it's okay still to confess those vows on how you feel about them. At least at the end of the day, they know how you feel.
And it's not a fighting.
No, it's not a fight.
It's not a tug of war. It's not, it's
and it's not one of those vows like this one, like I know I love you and I know you don't love me. Right? It's not that, right? Don't like, I know you don't love me right now. Especially fellas, because we get it, especially if you've been in the doghouse doing something. I know you don't love me right now, and I love you. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, please. That's a no-no, right? Just say, how you feel. Say, hey, I feel, I love you. This is what's going on. I want to see us grow. I understand you might not be in the space that
What if the couple don't want to do this?
Well, this is the thing. You still got to have that conversation. It's still, and that's when you say, hey, I know it's our anniversary, and I don't know, how much you value it, but I still do. Right?
So it's okay for one to write it and not the other?
Yeah, it's okay for one to write it, because what you got to understand is, listen, it don't always have to be the other to save the marriage. You get what I'm saying? Remember, God intervenes at any time. And so, if one is still holding on with the love of God, then you can have God intervene and reconcile that marriage just like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so far as you saying your vows, you say, hey, I know it's our anniversary, we're not in that space, but I still want to say my vows to you on how I feel, and I want you to know.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I remember we said this a while ago. There's always different seasons, different journey, path. It's not always every anniversary peaches and cream.
Correct.
It could be a time frame when, like, you're just not feeling the person, and maybe that's the year that it's just a rocky year for you.
Yeah, and I don't want you guys to get into the point of, like, I don't want you guys to get in the aspect of anniversary and put it in that same category as Valentine's Day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't put it in that same category as Valentine's Day, like, oh, I gotta do something or something. No, it's just like what they say about, kids, right? You can buy them stuff, you can do things with them, but the ultimate true love is really just spending time with them.
Right. Because Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking about that, what was the one thing that I kept telling you last night what I wanted, and you were like, "What do you want from me? What do you want me to do?" Blah blah
And she
blah.
said she just want to spend time with me.
Well, I said it a little bit different, but I was like, cuddle and just lay and be together and hold hands and just be on each other, just spending that quality time is more important than go away, more important than, oh, I didn't get the diamond earrings, or oh, I didn't get certain things or whatever. Come on.
So yeah, so that's one thing you want to do, and that's what the value brings out, right? You don't always have to spend money, or you don't always have to, buy a gift or whatever. Maybe it's just that time. Maybe it's just a nice walk in the park and having that conversation, right?
Right. And it, like you said, it doesn't have to be this whole stigma of, it has to be this whole grand thing, and I don't, there might be someone out there that be like, well, we could go walk in the park tomorrow or the next day, or yeah, you can, but
It's a different type of walk.
right. Are you being intentional
Yes.
with that walk? Because I know, let the light on, it's annoying. I know for me, when I got up and I was looking at things, Facebook does the memories, and I was, Brandon laid with me and he was just chilling, and we were just going over just videos from our wedding,
Reminiscent.
looking at pictures, and I did ask, which is good to ask every now and then, ladies, what was your favorite part of the wedding? What was the best part you liked or that you enjoyed?
Yeah.
And it's good because you're not just gonna be like, oh, this. No, you can sit back together and really, because maybe some stuff I don't remember that he might, or he might like that. I'm like, oh man, that was a great part too, or vice versa. And that's what we were able to do. And I'm not saying, like Brandon said, don't treat it like Valentine's. I'm not saying only reminisce on anniversaries. Every so often we'll do it. We'll put up stuff.
Our son did call my wife out though during breakfast.
When? What happened?
So I made a nice little breakfast, for the family and stuff. That was Saturday. Was that Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday. When my wife said, and the kids was there, my oldest, she said, "So, what did you get me for our anniversary?" Right?
Oh, I don't remember.
Nicely. And so my son said, "Why does
that
Dad always have to get you something?
Why does the
guy
always have to get the girl something, the wife?" And I quickly responded, they don't. It's either or and mutual. It doesn't have to be just the guy, but I was asking in a sense of, hey, what'd you get me? Like, what's up?
Yeah.
But I guess he was like, wait a minute. But, I did say anyways, regardless, I said, Daddy knows I be doing things. I get stuff. He knows what's up. And the boys know too. So that was
because they like sometimes, a lot of things they see come from me and stuff, but they don't know like some of the trips that Jen planned that comes from her, you know what I mean? So, but they think it's, Daddy did the trip, Daddy paid for the trip. But
so, I try nice about it, but there's other times that I'd be like, no, mommy did.
Yeah.
Sorry, mommy got paid. Did it? Me worked hard. Nope.
Right. And so, guys, this information that we putting out there, again, check in the comments. We did leave. Did you leave it in
my phone? Remember, my phone's acting right.
Yeah.
It's not letting me.
Okay. So yes, we did leave in the comments that we did release our book yesterday evening, and the comments in the comment section you can see where you can go check out the book that we released. We already get some great reviews from people that already purchased the book, and the book is actually $5.99, but it got a lot of value in it. And the person that read the book, they was like, "Wow, this has got a lot of value for the price." And that's the thing. We wasn't trying to, go out there and try to get like, rich off a book. We wanted to bring more value to the table.
Wouldn't mind getting rich off of it.
And so we wanted to bring more value to the table with
Mhm.
that, and we know at the end of the day that God will bless us. You know what I mean?
Right.
We left the rest in God's hands, so God will bless us with, you know, whatever He bless us with. And we wrote that from our heart, and we collaborated together. And it was really a good exercise for me and my wife, for our first book of one of many that we have coming in the near
Mhm.
future. And she will be writing her own. I will be writing my
Mhm.
own. But we do got another one. Somebody already read the book, and it was like,
We're halfway done.
we're halfway done, and it was like, hey, y'all need to go ahead and make a part 2 to this, like a
Start the
sequel.
sequel. I'm
Sequel.
already in. Tag me.
Yes.
Getting it.
So,
Especially like you know, y'all need to get it because
So-
I went in.
so,
Very
yeah.
far.
So that's another great thing. Like I said, we really just wanted to get on and just talk about like your anniversary, the expectations of your anniversary, you know.
What
Don't
are
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Don't be so, you know, be the one that's looking for, you know, what are you doing for me or what's going on, you know. Be the one that's more, you know, intentional with celebrating each other. You know what I mean? Instead of looking for like we said, a Valentine's Day. What happened? Where's that at? Valentine's.
Oh man. Yep.
Why?
So anyway.
Oh,
I
so
know.
the name of the book. She said, "What's the name of the book?" Okay, so the name of the book is Marriage Porn, right? So you can find it. Like I said, it's in the link. I'll put the link again right now, and it's Marriage Porn. And we go over the values of the acronym porn, far as P is in pure, O is in open, R is in renew, and N is in navigate. So that's where we came up with marriage porn. And we also got the link to our actual QR code, links you to YouTube conversations that we had previously to this, right? So that's another thing at the end, you get that extra value on it too, with the QR code, far as what we linked it to.
So the kids are still up.
See, this is that summertime, you know, you need to be in a bed
Right.
type thing.
Go ahead, I'll be there in a few
Right.
minutes when we're done to pray. Okay, good night. So what I was gonna ask B was what is a big anniversary? What is considered like a milestone, you think?
I think 5, 10, I think every 5 years are
Really?
your good big milestone. I think your milestone should be like a 5, a 10 year, you know, a
Mhm.
15 year. I think every 5 years is a good milestone, you know.
Now, as far as like, what about like celebrating type of thing?
Now celebrating like, and I think with those milestones that you really want to plan, like honestly, you want to plan it as if you got engaged, like, you know. So
Mhm.
if it's like your 20-year anniversary coming up, you want to go ahead and start planning that on your 18th year, like, cause your anniversary is 18, and it's never too early to plan for your 20-year, but you want that 20-year to be a bang. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Because
tough because 25, I think, is a banger too.
yeah, that's what I said.
So 20, 25.
Yeah, every
Honestly, for
5 years.
me personally, I feel like every the 5 year span should be, I think this is just me, I'm pretty sure B would agree, is some dope ass trips. And that's because we travelers. Like
Yeah.
we huge on that. Like it should be like a bucket list. Like I know
Yeah.
for our 5 year, we went to St. Martin and we stayed at like one of the nicest resorts and had like the nicest room, kind of splurge a little, you know.
And
For
go ahead. Go ahead.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and for 10, I'm already thinking like I already for honestly, I was telling B for 10, I kind of would like to go back to the resort we got married at and do. I'm not sure like if it should be like a vow renewal because I think it's still kind of early.
Yeah.
I do, but I want to have a event or like a get together or some kind of a group of people,
Wait.
almost like reenacting like the wedding in a
Yeah,
sense.
and that's good. Like honestly,
And some new folks are invited too.
yeah, new people invited to your anniversary, and the people that attended your
The main
wedding,
one, yeah.
yeah, or your receptions, and you can reminisce right there. That'll be a good way to reminisce. Like, man, you guys made it this long. It's just a big celebration.
Right.
And you're gonna be across some of those couples who were single at that time at your wedding. Now they're married
Or with
or
kids.
or and then at the same time you might have a bittersweet. It might have been somebody who was at your wedding and that might have passed away or
Or
something.
divorced or things like that.
Yeah. So and they can reflect like, man, y'all really made it through. Y'all really worked hard.
Why am I not seeing April's comments?
Y'all was the example. Comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy anniversary. I don't remember my vows. They were the regular one. So listen, when it comes to the vows, is that the right thing? It looks like it, but it's a vow.
Yeah.
It looks weird. Why is it Facebook and blah, blah, blah? I don't think that's
I
it.
could put
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So honestly, guys, for the vow writing to your spouse, especially like if you don't remember, because I don't, or if it's a scenario where you're like, we just kind of like, my friend, it was just regular. Well, now, make it more intentional for it not to be as regular, I know for me, that's what I'm working on. And hopefully tonight I could get it done since he's asleep, but I still, y'all know mommy duties and, shower and pump and this and that. Next thing you know, he's back up and then feeding and then, oops, can't write it again. But I would like to, because I wasn't as intentional in our vows at our wedding. Brandon knows this. I was just so caught up on everything else because I literally, no offense to Brandon, but I literally planned between me and the wedding planner, like 90%, maybe 80, 85.
So I'm gonna tell you about.
So I was all over, like hair, and it was me, the shopping stuff. It was a lot, even though it was a destination. B was kind of just like, does he like this or not? He just like commented.
So thank you. When it came to me writing my vows, right?
I love y'all.
When it came to me writing my vows, I didn't write no vows. Right?
Yeah,
Listen.
He didn't, but he went all out because he spoke from his heart.
Yeah.
I'm over here. I had it on my phone. Y'all, I had it saved on my phone to pull it up, and I had to ask the person to give me the phone. Then I had to look because it went away, and people were like, and it was just a hot mess.
So the thing about it, let me tell you about this, right, guys? So I didn't write no vows. I was with my fellas before we got out there. It was
getting faded.
No, it wasn't getting faded. We wasn't getting faded. We had a shot, maybe a two, but we wouldn't get faded. Now, because I didn't want to be faded at my marriage. I had my wedding.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be faded.
But the aftermath at the reception, you did.
Let me finish.
Turn up. You did turn up though.
All right. So look.
I got video.
So what happened when it came to me writing my vows, right? I just talked to myself and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to say what's on my mind and on my heart, right? And I'm not going to, worry about, a paper, writing down something. I'm just going to speak to the heart. I'm going to let God speak to me, speak what I feel. And I'm just going to go off of that. I'm not saying that's for everybody, but that's what I did. And when I spoke on what I felt, it made me cry. It made everybody that was there cry. And it wasn't nothing rehearsed. It was just straight from my heart.
Mm-hmm. And what'd you do yesterday in regards to that?
But write it down?
No, when you were like, there's one thing I remember, especially from when I said the vows the first time.
Oh, and there was one thing that I told her.
And of course, I was like, here we go. It made me cry.
I told her that she was my angel in the flesh, right? I told her that she was my angel in the flesh, and she's made me better understand relationship-wise. And what I mean by relationship-wise, she helped me understand relationship as one being married, and she understand my spiritual relationship, honestly. And I can thank her for that, for helping me grow in that aspect. I really had nobody that was on me, and not saying like pressure, but just made me be aware, And when I got to that point, I started really just, leaning on God's information and how he led me in the spirit, you guys. So when it comes to writing your vows or saying your vows, just speak from the heart. You know, speak what you feel, what God puts in your heart to say to that person. You know what I mean?
It was good. It was really like last when he said it last night. I was like, oh, y'all already know I'll be tough, but he gets my heart with certain comments. And I'm just like, I tell people all the time, just be grateful and thankful. Like I tell him a lot. I told him last night, I'm just so lucky. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed. Even though, yes, we go through it. Like he gets on my nerves here and there, like every day, and it's okay. It's okay for every day, 10-minute, like, yo, you get on my nerves, get out my face. But 2 minutes later, you're like, hey, babe, love you, kiss, kiss. And no, I'm not saying push it under the rug, but, you talk about things, you communicate, you come together because life is short, man. Like, there's no point on a day-to-day basis. You should not be talking to your spouse or forgiving or just not, just so much.
Well, and that's the thing. When you got these resources and tools out there like what we're providing, it should be a way to actually move forward.
Yeah, should be helpful.
Moving forward, and not stay stuck on one problem or one situation, and also pick the problems and the situation that you really want to get into. Like, I'm not saying avoid it, but some is like, really, are we really talking about this? Are we really addressing this right now? So that's one thing that I feel that when it comes to your anniversary, celebrate it the way that makes you guys happy.
Right.
Don't be all this expectation on what society think your celebration should be, right? Be on the expectation of what y'all think y'all celebration should be, right? And that's the one thing, y'all come together and be one and really celebrate the time that you've been together and the time that's to come and your future.
Right.
So with that said,
I think that was pretty good. Anniversary talk and togetherness, 7 years. I would, and I didn't think about this till now, but I think another cool thing to say, which I'm gonna ask you, see what you're thinking, is, maybe think of like togetherness, like, and I see, one of my close friends, Renee, she's on, hey girl, and we've been talking so much about togetherness, oneness, teamwork. That has been like the words of the years for us, in marriage and coming together. And one thing I think is great is every year, and it's not just, don't just do it like Brandon said, just Valentine's, but I think it would be cool, like one thing or one word to kind of, this is something we should go over, like you would describe in our marriage in 7 years.
Right.
What do you think? I already know the word that came to mind as soon as I thought about this. That? Growth.
Growth, yeah. You know what? That's what I'll put in our in my vows. I'm so proud of the growth in our vows. And again, like I said, that right there has been made. That's what you want in your anniversary. Is growth. If anything, if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards.
Yeah.
So you're not just staying stuck in the middle. So that's one thing you want in your marriage. You always want growth. You want to be growing, and you want to help each other build. And the thing I like about our marriage is that, with the tools that we have for us, just like going to counseling and having a family therapist and, keeping God first.
Right, I was about to say
keeping God first. The thing about this is you start to learn exercises that keep your marriage going. What I mean is exercises is something like, you can't have, I'm not saying you're practicing marriage, but you're practicing situations. You're practicing the conversations, the discussions, right? And this while anytime when you come from those big conversations or those big blow-ups that might happen or might occur, then you practice the exercise that'll get you through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's good.
You know when to stop. Like, recently we got into
preaching now.
Recently we got into an argument, right? And before I would keep pressing that button.
What argument was this?
Before we went to the concert, like 2 days before we went to Miss Lisa.
I don't remember, but okay.
And so,
Oh, that's another point. If you don't remember, was it even worth it?
right.
For you folks on the line that's gonna get married eventually, you know? Is it worth it? Like, think about it. Like, I don't even remember what argument he's talking about. Was it worth it? No. Like, I don't even know what he's
So we
talking
had an
about.
argument, right? And so what I realized that, okay, maybe I'm going a little bit too far. And I learned to stop. I said, you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone.
I don't know what he's talking about.
She don't know what I'm talking about. But I said I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't remember the exact argument,
Right.
but I just knew that I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave this argument alone right where it is because right now where it's going, it's not going in a good spot, right? And I recognize that. You know, sometimes, and this usually happens when you first start off. Sometimes you just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, right?
Mhm.
And now when you start pushing and pushing, things come out that really makes you angry and things you regret that you're going to say or things you regret that you're going to do.
Yeah.
So, Jen, you used to be good with pushing the envelope with me, but she's learned. She's grown.
Sure have, because I be wanting
She used to know, and that's the thing. I'm
Mm.
like, and then you know what? At the end of the day, when we used to have those type things before, you know, in the process of this growth, I'll have those conversations with myself, like, why? How did I let her get me that mad? Like, why did I let her get me that mad and stuff like that? You know?
So listen, so I have another word, and then I'm gonna let you tell me either later or on the call if you remember or if you think of one. Another one I think, and then we can, you know, close out is adventure.
Yes.
You know, in 7 years, and even, you know, if you just want to talk about marriage, you know, we've had so much adventure, you know, so much, and of course with the growth with the family, because when we was getting married, we had just Francisco, you know.
Yes. So adventure, right? So I like to say the thing that you both are so happy about that makes you happy even before the kids got involved, before when you was in that dating, like what did you talk about with your spouse that y'all had in common and you know that's your happy place?
Right.
With me and my wife, it was travel all the time. It was travel. That was our connection. Like, hey, travel is our happy space. Travel is our happy spot.
Even dating.
And dating, you know. So when we traveled, it was like, whoa, okay. And to have that amazing experience to travel the world and to show our kids a different type of lifestyle and, you know, do the different types of trips that we done. Like, honestly, I never got to experience that as a kid. You know, I didn't, I'm gonna tell you honestly, I never even flew a plane until I was like on like 24, 25, my first plane ride. But after then, I've probably been on like 100 flights plus now, you know what I mean?
We've been everywhere, so it's been great. And
So it's been amazing. It's been amazing experience. And that's the thing, right? And guess what? Those are memories that you can hold on for a lifetime.
And yeah, sorry, babe.
Those are memories that you can hold on for a lifetime. And you want to keep those memories. So again, like I said,
and
guys.
It's also good to do it together. I was gonna say that when you finished with the memories. It's also good to, because I had someone ask me before, like, who plans, you know, anniversaries or different events. And I think for me, this is just personal. We kind of do togetherness when it comes to planning anniversary, you know, or if one wants to do it more than the other, like we'll talk about it ahead. It's like me, y'all know I'm a big planner. You know I don't play that. And I'll tell B like, hey, do you have any ideas for the anniversary this year? And it'll be as early as the beginning of the year if it has to be.
Yeah.
And if he's like, no, like, you know, what you thinking? And then I kind of bring it up. Or if it's something like I know, because I know there's a few spots that Brandon wants to go to, I'll just be like, well, shoot, I'm down. Like, why don't we do that place you talked about? Or, you know, why don't we check this out or check that out? So togetherness, I think, is big. And surprises are not bad.
Yeah, nothing wrong with, we call it, well, Jen calls them this. Hey, we're gonna do a little whoop-de-whoop trip. That means I just found the deal on something that we can't pass up. So let's go. We out of here, right?
And I'm just grateful that he's okay with it. Now, it's not always though. He does shut me down a few times, and I'm like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Babe, come on," you know. Then he brings me back to certain scenarios and factualness, and I'll be like, all right, I guess we're gonna postpone that.
Yes.
But I'm grateful because one of the things too that I know from day one when we dated was that B was so good for me was balance. He is a balance to me. Like my family tells me all the time. They're like, I don't know how he has so much patience for you. I don't know how he deals with, you know, your craziness or your loudness, or, you know, they say they don't believe in growth because I'm like, I'm not even that crazy no more. I'm not even that loud, but they know me, you know. So balance was key because he's so patient and he's so calm, and he'll balance me back, like, okay, let's get back to reality. What are you doing? Like, what's going on? So I think that's important too. So that's really much it. Like going over, you know, planning our anniversary. It was nothing too grand, honestly. We didn't do a grand thing, but we released the book.
Yeah, we released the book. So
That was a
again,
huge anniversary gift.
that was the user anniversary. That was a great accomplishment right there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And then the baby.
yeah, we was proud of that. So again, guys, check out the link that's in the comments. Go check out, get you a copy of this book. This is a very good read for
Short
you.
and sweet.
Short and sweet, good read for you guys. I'm telling you, you will love it. I think this will bring a lot of value to your
No,
marriage.
you don't think, we know.
Oh, well, we know, yeah.
I know. I'm a that, you know, somebody might be like, oh, well, no, I know.
Yeah, we do know.
I know, because there's some stuff in there that it was like, man, if I would have found a book like this before,
Yeah,
man, it was good.
it was good. It was
so
good.
good.
Even rereading it again, it gets me excited. So guys, again, thank you again for tuning in. Again, we have our QR code at the end of our book to also see all the calls that we got on our YouTube, and we got different hot topic conversations that we talk about, and that I know that this will be, again, be an icebreaker for any situations or problems that you go through. We got over at least 100 videos on YouTube that you can check on and just go through the list, and maybe you might be going through something that one of those topics that we talked about. So again,
check it out.
Check it out. We're gonna go ahead and pray out. We prayed out the other day. So I guess okay, all right.
He knows. I be counting my little prayers.
I got a silly one right here, don't I? Let's see. So here we go, guys. Thank you again. Spirit of the living God, we thank you for this call. We thank you for our anniversary. We thank you for all the blessings that you've been giving us. I thank you for just ordering our steps. I thank you for helping us publish this book and give the value to other marriages around the world, around the globe. God, I know you spoke through us when we wrote this book, and I know this is nothing but you, Father, to put into these people's lives and understand and just be united as one again. Father, we thank you for everything that you do for us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. You have a blessed and beautiful, marvelous Monday night. And again, go check out the book, share it, and maybe gift it, you know, if anything.
Yes.
Thank y'all. Have a good one.
All right.
It was great. I gotta put my boots on her. I'm glad I fed him before we went on. Because
you eating this one?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Right here. Hi y'all. What do I do? Exit.
You did this now?
No, right here. See ya.